All right, what's up, everyone? What's going on, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're gonna do an HBAR price prediction. Okay, I've gotten a couple requests for these videos. They want to know, where HBAR can go in the future and possibly where it can go, especially in the next bull run. Right now, we may not get that until a few years. So we're gonna be looking at some price targets, for 2025 and beyond. All right, we're breaking it down really simply. One HBAR is currently about 6 cents. Okay, and it's got a $1.44 billion market cap. All right. So if this thing was to 2x, all right, doing some simple math, we can clearly see it would need a $2.88 billion market cap. If it was to 5x, okay, it would come up to 30 cents a token. It would need a $7.2 billion market cap. We could go 10x right here would be 60 cents. All right. That's a $14.4 billion market cap. 100x would be $6 a token, $144 billion market cap. And 1000x would put it up here at $60, and you would need a $1.4 trillion market cap. Okay. Now, where do I think it has potential? Right. I think realistically, it's going to be right in here. Okay. I think a 10x, possibly a 100x, is not bad. All right. Now, the reason being is because if you just go simply by market cap, right, $1.4 trillion market cap seems way too high. And really even 144 billion is pretty high. But if we take a look, right, and the reason I'm saying it's pretty high is what we can do is we can go over here and we can take a look at Ethereum, right? So let's go to Ethereum's real quick, and we'll look at Ethereum's max market cap. All right. It hit highs, all right, at the peak of 571.67 billion. That's a lot of money. Okay. And we know that ETH is right there behind Bitcoin. And a lot of people think that, eventually ETH could perhaps overtake Bitcoin, and, get more market cap than that. But that's not the whole purpose of this video, right? Is so if we think about the peak crypto bull run, right, and the peak market cap of Ethereum being 571 billion, that's a lot of money. But for HBAR to get that high and overpass it and double it seems unlikely, right? That just seems unlikely. I don't see it getting up to $1 trillion market cap, right? It could get to, $100 billion market cap, which is roughly around what we were looking at earlier. But that's going to take a lot. Okay, it's going to take a lot of people globally using it. It's going to take a lot of money flowing into that, and it have to, popularity wise, it's going to have to gain so much popularity, and it's going to take a lot of that, right? Now, the total circulating market cap is basically about half of what the max supply is. Okay, so the max supply is going to be 50 billion tokens. We're right at about 23%. Okay, so 46% of the circulating supply currently. So that's also dilution, right? Dilution is something that could bring this down, right? So let's say, we do get the market cap to go up 10x or 100x. But what if we end up diluting the token, right? So the tokenomics are very important. It's very important to do your own research and look into the tokenomics, because that's going to be a big factor, right? Is the supply. And so knowing the rate at which the supply is going to increase is something that's really going to help out. Now, it does help that there is going to be a max supply, but you need to do some research and figure out when we are going to be hitting those max supply levels, because that's ultimately when you're going to be maxed out on the supply, and from there it's just going to be how much market cap is going to really determine the price of HBAR. Okay, now none of this is financial advice. This one was just a viewer request. I do those every single week, so if you have any tokens you guys want me to look at next, make sure to comment down below. We can take a look at their network real quick, and we can look at the time to finality right here. Okay, and on average it's about almost 5 seconds. Okay, about 4.8 seconds, for time to finality for the transactions on the Hedera network. And if we look at the accounts, we have 1.28 million accounts. All right, so let's think of what we were talking about earlier of trying, we're at 1.28 million total accounts. We have 1.44 billion market cap right now. So for us to get to that 140, market cap, we're going to need like 128 million accounts, right? Now that's just a rough estimate. Some of the accounts may, hold a higher value, but you're going to need a huge increase in the amount of accounts, right? If we look at active accounts, we only have about 4,671 active accounts. So that's something that you really need to pay attention to, and something you need to monitor as well, right? That's something that really could hold them back as well, if you think about it in that way. Okay, now one thing that I do like about HBAR, is right over here. We'll go into the board of directors and the management team. Okay. It's always a very good sign when you have transparency in the people behind a project, right? So the reason being is a lot of people are worried about rug pulls, and there's so many tokens that people say, oh, well, this is going to be the one that changes everything, right? When you have actual transparency with the team, you can hold these people accountable if they try to run off with your money. Now, I don't think necessarily they're trying to do that and scam everyone, but that's always one of the first things I look at, right? Is are these real people, or are these people hiding behind an NFT, right? And just using some type of handle or some type of surname, and not really open, right? That's pretty shady, and that's something you need to be worried about. So we do get a check on HBAR there. We do have an open transparency when it comes to the team working on it. If we go right here to the homepage, you can see all of the partners they have, right? There's a lot of partners that are really surprising, and that a lot of people wouldn't know are invested in already working with cryptocurrency, right? This is T-Mobile right here. We have LG, we have Ubisoft, we have Boeing Airlines, right? We have Google. Google's a big one. IBM, right? There's lots and lots of big companies here that have already partnered and are in works with HBAR, with Hedera. So, that's another good sign, right? Google, people respect them, right? IBM, people respect them. These are very well respected companies. And, they're go ahead and they're trying to make that next leap into Web 3.0, and really just utilize the cryptocurrency for what it is, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just software. And so you're seeing a lot of these top companies trying to utilize the software that cryptocurrency brings, and the solutions that it helps to solve to some of the problems, right, that we currently experience. So that's basically it. Just wanted to break down how it would be possible to get to all those prices. You definitely need to do some of your own research. There's always going to be really good things said about whatever cryptocurrency it is, but you have to dive in and look, for some of the warning signs. This one is 10x faster than other blockchain alternatives. It's carbon negative, right? That's a really big deal, actually. Being carbon neutral and being carbon negative is really big, especially when it comes to crypto regulation. Now, whether you believe it or not, crypto regulation is going to be the thing that really propels cryptocurrency to the next atmosphere. Okay. A lot of people are just, I think they're just like misinformed about it, but it's like, at the end of the day, you need trillions of dollars to flood the cryptocurrency market. And the only way you're going to do that is once you get regulation. All right. Once you have that regulation, you're going to have, huge companies, huge wealth investment firms really start to diversify into the cryptocurrency space. Right. Until then, they really can't do that. I mean, like even a trillion-dollar oil company, right, or energy company, they're going to have a little bit of gold in their portfolio, right, just to diversify some of the funds that they have. They currently can't do that with cryptocurrency. They need the regulation in place, so that way they can get the approval and be like, okay, well, now I'm going to diversify some of my portfolio and put it into some altcoins, or maybe I'm going to put it into some cryptocurrency. And it's tough to say which ones are going to be the winners in the future. So it's best not to throw all your eggs in one basket, and kind of just diversify yourself as you prepare for the eventual regulation that will come. Right? It's years in the making, but once that happens, again, that's when you're going to see trillions of dollars flood into the market. And it's not just 1 trillion, it's going to be trillions on trillions. So when we're speaking of market caps, and this thing is only at 1.4 billion, you know if 10 different companies come in and throw in a billion, right, in the future, that's $10 billion added to it. And that's not a huge chunk of money for them. Yeah, to the normal person it seems like a big amount of money, but especially globally, there's so much money across here. No one knows really how much money is out there because there's people like the Saudi Arabian princes and the Saudi Arabian empire just is has so much money, right? And those people are just making so much money off the oil and energy, right? That we really don't know how much money they have. So there's so much money out there in the world, and if we go and think about it that way and think about, okay, well, once people are able to start dumping billions into it, that's really when we can see this market cap go up pretty big, right? And we only need it to go up $10 billion basically, or 14.4 billion is going to be a 10x on your investment, right? If you got in today. Again, none of it's financial advice, but when you start to think of it that way and you start to think of the possibilities, I definitely could see this come up to, anywhere from between 5 to about a $15 billion market cap. If this remains relevant, if, no news comes out, no bad news, and as long as they keep improving upon their network. All right. So that's basically it for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.